Hey YouTube, it's Tamara. I know you haven't seen me like all month, but I'm here, baby. I'm listening to I'll Be Waiting from Nourish, and this is royalty free music, and I like their channel. Lo-fi hip hop mix featuring Miss Hale, I think is the name. How have you been? How have you been doing? What's up in your world? I have been all right. Like, haven't been great, but haven't been the worst. I really have been pretty low energy, and I haven't wanted to. Ouch. Crap. Well, thank you, video camera. Are we going to do this today? Anyway, I really haven't wanted to be on YouTube because, if I'm not feeling my best and I'm pretty exhausted and I'm in a crap mood, I don't really want to make videos. And I think of YouTube not really as my primary way of reaching out to people. It's fun and I love it, and it's a great way for me to reach people, but it's not my primary way. It's not like my biggest way. I would say that I use Twitter more for that. At Pen Paper Pad, if you're not following me, I'm on Twitter on a daily basis, more likely than not. Except like if I'm feeling overwhelmed by a lot of bad news, then I avoid Twitter because y'all know Twitter can be quite the dumpster fire, and sometimes it's just too much. You guys go ahead and just take that step back. Mm. Coffee, coffee. It's 1 in the afternoon here, and that's like my second cup of coffee of the day. So I have some coffee. Thought I'd chat with you guys. We can maybe do a couple writing sprints. I can't believe it's almost at the end of October. I haven't even dressed up at all this year. Like Project Right Tube's happening, and I haven't been doing the wrap ups. I just haven't had the energy, guys. It's been very strange. Mm. If you look at the last three 3 years of playlists for Project Right Tube, every weekend I dressed up as a different character and I did a wrap up of the week of videos. And I love doing it, but I've just been so tired, just zonked. So I haven't done it. And that makes me sad because honestly, that's one of my favorite things that I do on this channel is doing this collaboration with a bunch of different people and bringing what I really feel is useful and good information for y'all. And I feel like we've still accomplished that. I just haven't been as present as I normally am. But I guess it's just it's an off time right now for me. What are you gonna do? But today is hopefully the beginning of a series of videos before NaNoWriMo. Are y'all doing NaNoWriMo? I'm doing it. And in fact, while we're talking about it, I'm going to go ahead and sign up for it because I haven't done that. Are y'all doing? Oh, that's me. Hey, Wordsfall. Hey, Jesse. Hey, Aphrodite Lee. So I'm going to tweet out my link in case anyone would like to join. And, oh yeah, I was going to sign up for NaNoWriMo. I haven't done that, and if I'm thinking about it, I might as well do it because if I'll just forget. NaNoWriMo.org. Are y'all doing NaNoWriMo? Do you know what you're writing about? If you've done an outline, do you outline? Are you more of a plotter? Or you kind of plot as you go along? Tell me what you do. What's your method to your madness? Are you starting on something new? Or are you going to be a rebel? This year, I think that I am going to be a bit of a rebel. I'm going to finish up the novel that I'm currently writing, and then for the end of the month, I'm going to write a novella. Whoa, I've been a member of NaNoWriMo for almost 8 years. Let's see. Let me create this novel. I'm calling it multiple projects. And the genre is mystery. And I'm not going to write a synopsis or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and create my novel, and then it is ready. You can, if you want to, like, follow my NaNoWriMo progress. Oh, it's so hard to speak. I'm TAW1978 over there, so follow me. I'll follow you back. I try to send out like encouraging messages each week just because I think it's fun and I like to connect um with my people, the people I'm friends with on there. But I don't know. I think it's part of the fun. Aphrodite isn't doing it, but you plan on hanging out with everyone else as they progress. Very cool. Jesse plans on doing NaNoWriMo, but you don't know what you're going to be able to get done. Hey, Shannon. Aphrodite is the outliner. Words fall. Have all my chapters planned, just doing scenes with it, but not that detailed. First time outlining. It's called Marked by Magic. It's fantasy romance. I like that title. Yeah, I remember you were outlining like a couple weeks ago, weren't you? Hey, Amber. Ooh, you got a migraine? Sorry. That sucks. Hey, Wolfie. Oh my goodness. So, y'all, yeah, let's see. Maybe in 3 minutes we can do a sprint. And then after my live stream, are y'all still going to be live streaming, Amber, over at your girl's channel? Rebecca? I meant to put her information in my description. Slipping. Just slipping. Sloppy. Bad YouTuber me. But am I really a YouTuber though? I'm just a chick with a channel. I don't know if I'd really call myself a YouTuber. Shannon's a planner for the most part. I think I'm going to rebel this year. I work on 2 projects, just don't know yet. I'm being a rebel too, so cheers to it. Mm. Shannon, I was watching your video last night about the person who was trolling you and telling you that you were too old to be on YouTube. Screw that person. Screw that person. I was so ticked off on your behalf because, I mean, that would mean that I'm too old to be here. And no, mm-mm. Do what I want. And that person, if for whatever reason they think that all YouTubers should be young, that means a lot of YouTubers who have been around since the platform started would be aging out. And I don't think that's fair. If they're still enjoying making videos, you should do it. There's a grandma, she's like 78 years old, and she's gaming and she live streams her gaming. Should she stop because this one person or a group of people or whatever thinks that she's too old for it? No. She's rocking it. It's absurd. Absolutely absurd. And then I was personally insulted when you said that they said that cozy mystery wasn't a real type of mystery. Like, and anyone could write it? How dare you? Write it yourself, punk. Let me grab my cane and chase you off my lawn. Absurd. All right. 1 minute until it is 15 after. I think you are too old to either can't do it or you're dead. Exactly. If I'm still kicking it, live and kicking, then this channel's gonna go until I get tired of it or y'all get tired of me on here. All right, so let's do a 15-minute sprint, just something light, get the juices flowing. And if you're not writing, just do whatever you're doing for 15 minutes. All right, I'm gonna start the clock right now. time is up. What did you work on? I am finishing this cozy novella. It's called Wiped Out, and I'm going to be giving it to my newsletter subscribers and new people who subscribe to it. So you should subscribe to my newsletter. I think the link should be down in the description. And I thought that I was going to have it finished for last week, but I find myself going back and adding some new details, new bits of interest. So that's fine as long as I'm still crafting it and making it a better story for whoever wants to read it. I don't really see why I should rush it. You know what I mean? But it's fun, and I've been having so much fun writing these cozies, y'all. Like, I used to write a lot of poetry, and horror. Those were my two go-to genres. But I don't know, my heart's been too heavy to write horror. Do you know what I mean? Like, I've just wanted to experience um kind of writing something that would have a happy ending. Because in horror, it can go either way. You can have horror that definitely does not have a happy ending, or the perpetuate perpetual hmm the perpetuator. Why does my mouth not work? Anyway, the person doing the bad stuff, the baddie of the story, doesn't always get their comeuppance. It's often satisfying if they do, but it could be just as interesting if they don't. And I don't know. I just wanted something with a happy ending and something that was a little different, because I've been writing horror for many years. For horror and like short stories that have like a thriller aspect to them. So writing this cozy novella has been pretty good practice. I'm getting out this paper and this pad because I had an idea with that last minute, and I didn't get a chance to type it. So I want to write it real quick so I don't forget. Because I'm old. Also because I don't know. I always taking notes. But yeah, let me know what you guys are doing in the comments and give me like 20 seconds to write down this idea. All right, cool. But I had started doing this. I started doing Wiped Out as kind of a as a monthly serial. I was going to do it that way, and then give everyone access to the entire story after it had published. Like, I had published all of them in the newsletter, but I just didn't work out. So I decided to stop posting it because I kept having issues with my website. So I was planning on having my website to where I was putting all of the like past posts, and then people could go and look at it. But I don't know what's happening. Why my website keeps getting hacked, even after I changed web hosts. There was a problem with HostGator. They had some type of something that was happening with them. So I changed over to somebody else, and there's still been issues. So that's been cute. I haven't been writing on my blog much at all because I don't want to invest a lot of time into my blog anymore. What I plan on doing with it now is when I when I do like a YouTube video of some sort, then I'll have a corresponding blog post to go with it, because I am paying for that, for the domain and all that jazz. So I might as well utilize it in some way. I used to write like flash fiction on it and stuff like that, but I haven't done that in a really, really long time. Let me check over and see what y'all are up to. A Cozy Mystery, Aphrodite Lee, is a mystery that is basically the amateur sleuth. So someone accidentally stumbles upon a murder of some sort, and the main character, generally speaking a woman, is somehow involved in figuring out who done it. So one like pretty prominent example would be Jessica Fletcher from Murder She Wrote. Like that was a cozy. And the Agatha Christie novels, she kind of created the genre. Uh, oh, thanks, Amber. Yeah, I'll totally tell you how I did it, or I could do a tutorial about newsletters on here. Should I do that? Is that a thing that people would want? Shannon is plugging along on book 3. I hear ya. I was hoping to finish it today, which may or may not happen. I know that feeling too. mm. Layla Ravenclaw is currently working on the outline for their Nano project. Excellent. All right. So Amber says that yes, I should do a newsletter thingy. Okay. Okay. Let me let me make a note of that. So I could do it either. Yeah, I'll just do it where I tell you guys how I did it and what I've used, and I'll give you ideas for other places that like host newsletters and stuff. I'll hook y'all up, give you some good information. Someone is out there on. I don't think that was a motorcycle. I didn't quite sound deep enough. Crotch rockets, as we used to say back in the olden days. I'm not gonna let that go forever. I can't find a decent tutorial anywhere. I'll try to do part of it where I'm like showing on the screen, because I find that helpful. And now that I've figured out how to use my software to do that, that's helpful. Oh man. So I launched a book last month. You might not have even known that because I have done a very poor job with advertising for it. Was Roses and Honeysuckles hit the scene September 28th. And I have barely even talked about it at all on social media. And I'm not sure why. Um, I've spent so much time, so much energy on that book and the drafting and the revisions and the redrafting and everything. It was a very long process. And I like the book, but I I don't know. I don't feel satisfied with it maybe. But I realized that I wasn't sure if I was ever going to feel satisfied with it. I wasn't sure if I was ever going to reach the point where I was like, yeah, this is what I was looking for. And I'm not sure why that is. I think it's an interesting story. It's a women's fiction novel. It's about Addie White Cotton, and Addie is she is she's in recovery from being found as a lone survivor of a house fire. And in the book, she's trying to figure out what happened, how it happened, and what kind of person she is, basically, to have attracted all of this negative energy. And as you learn more about her and the demons that are kind of in her life, you learn about her best friend, Bernie, and Bernie. they've been friends since Bernie decided they would be friends when they were little. And I talk a lot about like being forced into the sex industry and drug and alcohol use and friendships, whether they're healthy or they're toxic. And maybe part of me not talking about it as much is because it did cover so many kind of, I wouldn't say darker, but they're not happy topics or unhappy topics. And again, I've been kind of leaning away from that in my writing because I just feel so inundated with negativity all the time. And I'm very much a person who is into politics, and I'm constantly like, the political landscape is just in shambles. And um I don't know, and the environment and just so much stuff is just so wrong. And it used to be that I really enjoyed writing about very kind of dark and gritty topics and taking a look at all of the bad and trying to figure out, just trying to figure it out, trying to figure out people's motivations, trying to figure out what makes people tick. And I don't know. I guess I've just gotten away from that and gone a different direction. It's kind of strange to see that from yourself, to see me change in this way. It's like with poetry, I started writing poetry when I was 12, and that was something that I had kept going. And I even have a collection. Is it over here? Like, I have a collection of poetry. My friend Dana did the cover design, the shaping of an angry black woman. And then there's this little young Tamara. I'm so very, very much a writer here, right? I'm just like all um, very thinking about very important big topics that, I don't know, I guess have changed. And it's so weird because I never thought I would, at least not with my writing. I thought the writing was a constant, and like the subjects that I covered were a constant. But apparently that could change too. Mm. Thanks, Amber. Amber was one of my betas, so she beta read half of it, part one of the book. I am gonna get print copies done of it though, and I am going to, once the prints are ready, I'll probably do some type of push or something. Another issue is that because it's not a cozy mystery, then there's an idea that with Amazon, if someone has these different, and I have poetry and horror and now women's fiction, then I'm gonna have cozy. And so the recommendations for, if you like this book, then you'll like, when I would pop up, it could be, my books can be like mislabeled because of the kind of books that the people who are buying it like, that can affect how I come up in search. So I don't know. I didn't want to do a pen name though. If I ever write any nonfiction, then I'll use a pen name. I'll do it under T.A. Woods. But until then, I'm just going to write it out, do what I do. At first, I was thinking about with Blood Roses that I would do some type of like a follow up maybe, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do that now. If I do, it's going to be down the road. Um, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not there. I I have an idea. I have characters for it. I have an idea for a novella, but I don't have the passion to write it right now. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want to force it. I don't want any of this to be forced. Oh, y'all, I have a book cover and my cozy mystery that I am going to be releasing hopefully for the end of the year has a name. Do you want to know the name? Should I tell you the name? I've already, people who are in my Riot Readers group, they've already like voted on the cover and they know, but I hadn't said anything on here. Hi Sarah. But do you want to know? Do you? I want to tell you. I'm gonna tell you. It's called Murder Despair, and I love it. My math magician, he titled it for me because Shannon, you know how much I was struggling to title this book. I don't know what the problem was. It was like I don't know. It was like if my life had depended on this cover, y'all ought to have been so dead already. I went through and like I wrote down all kinds of different puns. I was looking at different lists with words like different types of murder listed. You know, I looked, I don't even know how many like cozies that were already published, trying to get an idea, looking at everyone else's titles, just looking and looking and looking. At one Sunday, he and I were talking back and forth about this title, and I was just like, ugh, it's so hard. I can't. He's like, Murder Despair. And I was like, that's perfect. How did he do that so easy? I've been trying to title this thing for a year, and he's 5 minutes and he's good. And I was like, well, you know, a couple days later, so I have the idea for book 2. And I tell him my idea, and I was like, you know, you got a title? He's like, you can't expect me to title all of your books. And I was like, I mean, if it ain't broke, we'll come back to you. We'll come back to you. Thank you, Aphrodite Lee. I love the title. And I love this cover. Oh, I can't wait for y'all to see the cover. It's so good. It's so cute. I had 2 covers and I absolutely loved them both. Oh, for different reasons, but I love them both. They were so good. They're so good. Oh, I wish I could use them both. So, but maybe I can like snatch the one that I'm not using and just keep it and hoard it. I'll cover hoard it. So no one else can have my precious. My precious. But yeah, my cover designer, her name's Mariah Sinclair, and she does a lot of cozy covers, cozy mystery covers. She also does, I feel like she does paranormal and other things too, but I went to her for the cozy mystery. And a couple years ago, I was planning on doing a novella, and I had gotten a cover from her back then, but I ended up not publishing it. So probably won't actually be publishing or buying any covers that I don't have the like an idea of when I'm going to actually finish the book. So I actually don't want to stockpile a bunch of covers that I've paid for and don't have anywhere to put them. Just because I mean these things cost money. And you know, why? Why? Why just spend money for no reason? Mm. Do y'all want to do another sprint at the top of the hour? I am so chatty right now. So I got this. I Want to Believe. It's a little book that I get Loot Crate each month. So this is just there. It's just a little blank little white book. but I have it over here on my whiteboard because I love X Files. And this bandana was from the Loot Crate as well, and it has, if you look at it closely, if you um, unfold it and look at it closely, you can see the predator, like a kind of silhouette of the predator in this camo. But otherwise, I just look like a hillbilly, hilljack. That's okay. I'm wearing shoes though, which is actually unusual around here. Most people do not wear shoes in their households, but I don't know. I'm like, I grew up always wearing shoes or wearing house slippers or something in the house. So to me, it's like counter my culture that I grew up with. Are y'all tired of me talking yet? Because I can just keep going because apparently this second coffee is really hitting. Woo-hoo-hoo. So yeah, let's see. What else is new? What else is new? I've been using CBD oils, which I thought of this because they're right here. Like this one's empty, and then I just got this one in the mail. And it's supposed to be, I mean, I'm not going to go into any big detail because um I don't feel like I have enough information to give people a lot of accurate information about it. But CBD is made from the marijuana plants, or sometimes it's made from hemp plants. And girl, why did you start? I did not ask you to start a timer. I think that my timer just threw shade at me and was like, you should have been writing. Wow. Way to be. So anyway, so the oils that I have do not have THC in them or any type of like get me stoned properties. It's I just have it for a little bit of mild anxiety and like ovarian pain and other pains that I have in my body. Actually, my mom has suggested it to me. My 73-year-old mother. Don't tell her I told you. She wouldn't like that. But she was talking about it and how much it had helped her pain. And I'm having like issues with doctors and stuff. So right now I'm not able to get anything for my pain. So she was like, maybe this would help. So I've been trying it and trying different companies because it's all very strange. It doesn't seem like there's any one, this is how we make our stuff and we all do it this way. Like the regulation seems to be a little iffy. So I'm not sure how much it varies from company to company or even from batch to batch, like how well it works or even how it tastes. I've had This is the third different company I've tried, and each one has tasted very different. And this one definitely tastes the worst. It's it's like hay and dirt and just oh, it's gross. It's gross. But you can also buy flavored, and you can there's different ways to ingest it. So there's like gummies, and I think there's a tablet form. But oh, and I think that you can vape it too. But I just buy the oil because the oil, if you put it underneath your tongue, it's supposed to start working within like 15 to 30 minutes. And, you know, I'm out here just trying to not hurt as quickly as possible. Even if it's tastes gross, I don't care. I'll get over it. I do it, and you're supposed to hold it in your mouth for at least 30 seconds, which unpleasant. And then I swallow it and I drink a crap ton of water afterwards. It's fine. So in 5 minutes, let's do another sprint maybe. How about we do a 20-minute sprint that time? So, yes, yes. You can't see, but I have two huge bags of laundry behind me. Like, wow. So, after this stream, I am going to go to the laundromat. Huzzah! Because adulting is so much fun. So much fun. What are y'all up to today? Well, most of y'all, it's nighttime. So, what are you up to tonight? What are you going to do after the stream? What are you doing this weekend? I don't know what I'm doing this weekend. Other than cleaning, I'm going to be cleaning my bedroom. We cleaned the kitchen, the living room, and the bathroom. But my bedroom is an absolute wreck. And I want to move things around. I want to rearrange it because I have an idea for like a little corner so I can record some videos in there. But in order to do that, we have to move everything around. I also feel like once we move stuff around, it'll make the room feel better, bigger. Pendragon, I'm adulting as hard as I can. Cheers to you. I'm writing handbrake on my footage, so my computer's pretty tied up, which means I'm not doing much else. Well, that's not fun, Sarah. What's handbrake? Please tell me because I don't know. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's see what else is going on. I bought new makeup and I haven't used any of it. So that's something I might do this weekend. I'm not like a beauty guru and I'm not someone who buys a crap ton of expensive makeup. I don't know. When I'm doing something like buying a cover, an ebook and a print cover for $150, I just can't bring myself to buy like an eyeshadow palette for $100. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like eyeshadow is as important as my books. So I can't justify that cost. But if it's between 10, $20, I could justify that in my head. I feel like that's fine. And y'all probably don't care. But there is this eyeshadow palette from Melt Cosmetics called the Gemini palette. It came out 2 months ago and it was totally sold out. And now it's back in stock until it goes out again. It is so pretty, but I worry that it's not going to show up very well on my skin tone because I'm not sure if you're aware, but I am an African American female and I have the skin of mocha in many different cosmetic brands, or some type of tawny cinnamon sometimes. Anyway, so I'm not sure how well it would show up on my skin, and the palette's $58, right? Which is never have I ever bought a palette for $58 because again, I don't feel justified in it. But see, my birthday is in December. So I was like, I can just buy this as an early birthday present. But if it doesn't work out on my skin, I would feel so disappointed and like a big old dummy. Mm. Oh. Oh, BH Cosmetics. Yes, girl. Yes. I have the Festival palette, I have the Zodiac palette, and I have the Back to Brazil palette. You are no way, at least you aren't old. Oh, girl, I'm old. It's fine. At least I'm not dead. Treat yourself. Uh, have you seen if you can swatch it somewhere? Sarah, I am what you would call a recluse. Recluse. And actually, I'm not sure if it's sold at Ulta or not. And the one Ulta store that we have around here is at the mall where there's just way too many of the people walking about. Oh, the people. So instead, I end up watching a lot of YouTube videos and trying to see people who are close to my complexion, and that, even that was kind of worked for some people, worked for other people. So, hmm. All right. Ooh, ooh. Girl, we are at the top of the hour. I told you I was just going to be talking. The mall. Exactly. Why mall? Why be alive? I hate the mall. My boss makes me go to Sephora occasionally, so I don't have a choice. Uh, I would just use that as an opportunity to buy stuff I didn't need, honestly. I'm not sure which is more expensive or inexpensive, Ulta or Sephora. But I'm not even sure if Melt Cosmetics is available at like a actual bricks and mortar retailer, or if you had to just order them online. Hmm. Anyway, let's do some writing and stuff. Let's try for 20 minutes. Starting now. I'm so talkative. Gee whiz. I'm even like, let's be quiet, but also I want to talk a bunch. It's raining. And time is up. What did you work on? How much did you get done? I went through and filled in a couple spots, filled out some stuff, in two chapters ahead of where I was writing earlier. So I feel pretty good about that. And I got distracted with like the last few minutes of the sprint, and I started looking at the details for this event that is presented by the United Japanese Society of Hawaii in partnership with Bishop Museum. And it's a Tsukimi no Kai, Japanese cultural full moon viewing. It's today from 5:30 to 9 p.m. And I don't know anything about this, but apparently, according to this description, moon viewing parties are a tradition in Japan where friends gather to admire the beauty of the full moon. The custom, which was introduced to Japan from China during the Nara and Heian periods, 710 through 1185, is believed to have started with aristocrats who would gather to recite poetry inspired by the full moon. And festivals include a tamagushi offering and blessing, traditional tea ceremony, koto and shakuhachi performance, taiko drumming, odori. I am saying everything so terrible, and I am so sorry. Tasting and a variety of food vendors to satisfy your evening cravings. So that sounds pretty cool. We will also be welcoming the Hawaiian Astronomical Society to allow everyone a glimpse of the night sky through one of their telescopes, weather permitting. So it was a little cloudy and there was like some cloud bursts, but it doesn't look like that anymore. So that might be something that we're doing tonight. It doesn't look very expensive. And I don't know. I really like that over here there is there's a large Asian population, so there's often all kinds of things that happen here that I definitely did not see in West Virginia. So it's like I get to learn about different cultures pretty easily if I just, take the time to step outside of my comfort zone and just do stuff like this. So yeah, pretty cool. I might do that. I'm not sure. I guess it depends on how long it takes for us to do the stupid laundry. I just watched some garbage and ate some corn pops. I love food. Corn pops. So this stream is corn pops. Last stream was Doritos. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Well, y'all, I am probably going to end this in like 5 minutes. So this stream will be about an hour and a half long, which I feel that's a good time. We did a couple sprints. We chatted about all the things. I like carbs best of all too, but they do not like me. I do not do well with carbs. But yeah, we talked about a bunch of stuff. We hung out. I drank coffee. You had corn pops. I talked to you about inane stuff like um, makeup and talked to you about important stuff like the cover of my book. So I feel like we had a pretty good chat. So tomorrow I will be uploading video and this, that, and the other. Next week I know I'm going to be live streaming, but I'm hoping that we'll be able to do some type of live stream marathon with Project Right 2 people. So Sarah had signed on, so I know that she's into it, and I'm not sure who else would be into it. I'm going to have to check in again with the group and see what's what and who can do it. Because, when you ask something at the beginning of a month, things change between 30 days. So Sarah's definitely in because she already took off the next day. Heck yeah. And I'm not sure how it's going to work because we have people in varying time zones and like countries. So I don't know. But I'll let you know further along as we get a little closer to the 31st. Y'all, can you believe that this time next week will be day one in NaNoWriMo? I mean, in danger of sounding old, where the hell did 2018 go? Like, how is this? What? My God. I didn't even do a goals update for the end of this year. What I might do instead of doing quarterly goals, I might just do like an annual goal type of thing and then check in mid year and then do a wrap up at the end of the year for next year. Normally I was doing the quarterly goals with Amy, but I don't think that she's all that interested in doing that anymore. So, ooh, so silly little Ravenclaw may be able to. Excellent. So, oh, and if you guys aren't aware, Project WriteTube is a collaboration with myself and 13 other writers slash authors on YouTube where we give NaNoWriMo advice. We give tell you about personal experiences. We give you advice on what we think works, what we think don't work, different aspects of it. There's a playlist on my channel. You should definitely check it out. I highly recommend it. I think it's freaking great. I am also super biased, but I don't think you'd be disappointed. And so check that out. There's probably some people that you know. There's probably some people that you don't know. So it'll be a delight. Also, I'm going to do videos starting today until next Wednesday, and probably also on day one of NaNoWriMo. I'm going to do a video every day because I feel like since I haven't done any the whole entire month, that I should just freaking make some videos. So I'm going to do that. And it's going to be fun. And for Nano, I want to do a weekly vlog. So look forward to that. That'll probably be something that I'll put up like the Sundays of each week or something like that. I'm not going to tell you an exact day because I won't do it on the exact day. We have learned this. If there's anything that we can do as we grow older is learn ourselves. And myself will not do it on time every time if I tell you. So then I just don't tell you. And then when I do it, it's a surprise to all of us. So subscribe and click that notification bell. So when I do a thing, you'll find out about it. And definitely sign up for my newsletter. The link should be in the description, but in case it's not, it's bit.ly/Tamara Gazette, TAMARAGAZETTE. And then you will sign up, you will get my newsletter. And then once this novella, Wiped Out, is available and out and about, you will receive your free copy. And it will be glorious. So, again, thank you so much for coming and chatting with me. I really appreciate it. I know you could have did something else for this hour and a half, so thanks for spending it with me. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye, y'all.